If they were in the same weight class, it'd be a cracking fight. But there's too much of a gap. I think 126 is Inoue's ceiling. I really do.
Yeah.
That would be like a fun fight.
But furthermore, he's a superstar in Japan. He doesn't really need to leave Japan to maintain his superstar status.
The boxing world is buzzing with excitement as fans eagerly anticipate a potential blockbuster showdown between two of the sport's most electrifying fighters, Naoya Monster Inoue and Gervonta Tank Davis. Speculation has surged following Inoue's recent dominant performances, which have cemented his status as a pound-for-pound king. With flawless technique, blistering speed, and devastating power, the Japanese superstar has looked nearly untouchable in the ring. Meanwhile, Davis, known for his ferocious knockout power and relentless aggression, continues to be a formidable force across multiple weight classes. A clash between these two dynamic fighters would be one of the most thrilling matchups in modern boxing.
28 wins, no losses, no draws. 25 wins by way of knockout. He's a 4-division champion, 2-division undisputed champion, and a super bantamweight unified champion, right? So, he has a fight coming up anyway.
Promoters have yet to confirm any official talks, but the overwhelming demand from fans has already made this potential matchup the most discussed fight of 2025. With both fighters at the peak of their careers and their legacies on the line, the stage is set for what could become an iconic moment in boxing history. Fans worldwide are hoping the boxing gods make it happen. In a recent interview, Gervonta Tank Davis addressed the growing speculation about a potential showdown with Naoya Monster Inoue. While Davis acknowledged the excitement surrounding the fight and called it a fun matchup, he also expressed concerns about the significant weight disparity between them. Davis suggested that he might be too big for Inoue, reflecting the notable weight difference. Davis competes at lightweight, while Inoue is the undisputed super bantamweight champion. The prospect of Inoue moving up multiple weight classes presents considerable challenges, making this highly anticipated bout unlikely to happen in the near future.
I like, what's the guy from Japan? Yeah.
Do you foresee potentially at some day you guys meeting together, maybe at a catchweight, or maybe if he keeps going up in weight?
Probably. Yeah. That would be like a fun fight.
Crazy.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical. That fight right there, like me and him. But I think I'll be too big for him.
Probably, yeah.
I'll be too big for him, yeah. But that fight would be like
a dream fight.
Yeah, fat.
Gervonta Tank Davis has consistently praised Naoya Monster Inoue's boxing skills in interviews, recognizing him as one of the top fighters in the sport. Davis has acknowledged Inoue's impressive skill set and accomplishments. However, during a recent press conference, a reporter claimed that Inoue had dismissed Davis's abilities, stating that Davis only possessed power and posed no real threat. Davis was visibly surprised by this claim and responded with disbelief, saying there was no way Inoue could have made such a statement. He requested proof of the comment, clearly taken aback. Later, Inoue clarified the situation by tweeting, "I never said anything like that," reaffirming the mutual respect between the two champions.
There's nothing that you have that can give him real problems. All you have is power.
He said that?
In a way, said that.
Yeah. All right, I don't want to go crazy. You trying to catch me?
I ain't trying to catch you.
Huh?
I ain't trying to catch you.
You didn't say that?
Yeah, he said it.
Show me.
Well,
I think there's a lot of real confidence in buying things. I think I've seen it. I don't think he said that.
Because there's no way he said that. Come to be a boxer like
Former world champion TJ Doheny has weighed in on the ongoing debate about a potential showdown between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Monster Inoue, emphasizing that the weight disparity makes the fight nearly impossible to imagine. Doheny believes that Davis, competing at lightweight, would be too much for Inoue, who has shown no interest in moving beyond 122 pounds, where he currently dominates his division. While fans dream of seeing these two pound-for-pound stars clash, Doheny points out that the physical limitations make such a matchup highly unlikely. Boxing enthusiasts have called for Inoue to test himself at super featherweight, 130 pounds, or even lightweight in a mega fight against Davis, which could potentially determine the true pound-for-pound king. However, Doheny argues that Inoue appears content at 122 pounds, where he continues to dismantle opponents with ease. Moving up to face larger, more dangerous fighters at 126 pounds or beyond would require a significant leap in both risk and physical adaptation, something Inoue hasn't pursued so far. Doheny believes that Inoue's ceiling is likely at 126 pounds, making a fight with Davis seem far-fetched. The Irishman explains that the size, power, and overall physicality of Davis, who boasts a perfect record of 30 wins and 28 knockouts, would present challenges that Inoue, with his smaller frame, could struggle to overcome. For a fight like this to even be considered, Doheny suggests a potential meeting at super featherweight as a compromise. Still, the logistical and physical challenges would be substantial. Boxing fans continue to hope for these era-defining matchups, but Doheny highlights the reality of weight classes and physical limits in the sport. While Inoue's dominance is undeniable, fans are eager to see him step out of his comfort zone and face tougher opposition. A clash with Davis, though enticing on paper, would require Inoue to take risks far beyond anything he has shown a willingness to attempt. For now, the fight remains a fantasy, and Inoue is focused on continuing to cement his legacy within his current division.
Do you think that's just, a weight class too high? I don't even know what weight that would be at, maybe 130, but is that just too much, or do you think he's capable of going up there and being a Tank Davis?
No, Tank's an absolute dog, but if they were in the same weight class, it'd be a cracking fight. But there's too much of a gap. I think 126 is Inoue's ceiling, I really do.
Yeah. Well, TJ, I appreciate your time. Obviously, 15th of March, you're fighting Nick Bull. Just any final words, any prediction, any message to your fans?
Not so much a prediction, but the fans can expect fireworks. It's going to be a great fight, and I'll be walking away as a two-weight world champion. I can guarantee that.
A fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Monster Inoue has the potential to captivate the boxing world, given their elite skills and unbeaten records. However, one significant obstacle could be Davis's aversion to working with Turki Alek, a prominent figure in boxing promotions. Davis has openly expressed his dislike for Alek, stating he has little respect for his involvement in the sport. This tension could complicate the organization of such a high-profile event. Despite this, fans continue to dream of the day these two champions finally meet, as both have shown they can deliver unforgettable performances in the ring.
Pivot into the fact that, I see it on Twitter all the time, and I've talked about it before while being in Japan. Can Tank and Inoue actually fight each other one day? It's a good question, because I don't think it's far-fetched. Now, more than likely they won't fight because Inoue's aligned himself with Turkey, right? And Tank doesn't work with Turkey. He don't like Turkey. On top of that, too, you have the weight thing. Inoue stated when he fought Neri that he weighed 138 pounds. Tank tweeted during the build-up to this fight with Lamar Roach that he was on weight at 138 pounds. So they kind of have like Inoue's fight night weight is probably close to what Tank's walk-around weight is. They're not far off. So weight-wise, as crazy as it sounds, because you don't think of Inoue and Tank as being the same size, because Inoue turned pro at light flyweight. Tank turned pro at, 130, something like that. So you wouldn't necessarily think of those two being close in size, but they actually are. So I think it's doable. Obviously, Tank has some signature fights at lightweight he's got to take care of, like Shakur Stevenson, like Devin Haney. Or Devin's at 47 now, so I can't even say Devin, but he's got Shakur Stevenson. He's got Teofimo Lopez. He might have Keyshawn Davis on his hands if Keyshawn wins the title. There's.
If a fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Monster Inoue ever materializes, it would undoubtedly become one of the biggest events in boxing history. This clash would pit America's most electrifying fighter against Japan's most dominant champion, both boasting unbeaten records and legendary knockout power. The fight would be more than just a battle of styles, it would be a collision of two global icons, captivating audiences worldwide. It would transcend boxing, symbolizing the meeting of two cultures at the pinnacle of the sport, with both fighters in their prime. Such a showdown could forever etch its place as an unforgettable chapter in boxing lore.
Hypothetical sense, right? If Inoue and Tank did fight each other, that would be the biggest fight in boxing. Because you're talking about two, I would say you got the biggest American fighter, as far as American-born fighters, versus the biggest Japanese fighter. So you're talking about the biggest star, not named Canelo, in North America, but from the United States of America, versus the face of boxing in Japan and Asia as a whole right now. So how could that fight not do crazy numbers? I feel like Inoue versus Tank would really make the world stop. And that would really be like for Tank, if they fought, he's posting.
Gervonta Tank Davis's coach has expressed admiration for Naoya Monster Inoue's accomplishments in the boxing world, acknowledging that his success is not only a personal triumph but also a proud moment for Japan. He highlighted that Inoue's rise to prominence showcases the skill and determination that Japan brings to the international stage. The coach emphasized that the focus should be on allowing Inoue to continue his journey and reach his full potential, noting that his achievements have a cultural impact beyond the ring, making a significant contribution to his homeland. Adrian Broner recently responded to questions about a potential fight between Gervonta Davis and Naoya Inoue, advising reporters to relax and suggesting Inoue should sit his little down. While Broner acknowledged Inoue's skill, he implied that the fight might not be feasible due to weight differences and other factors. He also mentioned that Inoue is fighting over there, possibly referring to Japan, and raised concerns by saying they ain't testing you, which could suggest doubts about drug testing protocols in different regions. Despite these comments, Broner recognized Inoue as a talented fighter, signaling respect for his abilities. Fans have been buzzing with speculation ever since Gervonta Tank Davis tweeted good luck to Naoya Monster Inoue ahead of his fight. While Tank has yet to directly express interest in a matchup with Inoue, the tweet has sparked excitement among fans, who are now interpreting it as a hint that Tank might be open to facing the Japanese sensation. Tank Davis, a three-division world champion with 30 wins and 28 knockouts, competes at 135 pounds and holds the WBA lightweight title. At 30 years old, he stands 5 feet 5 inches with a 67-inch reach. Inoue, on the other hand, is a 4-division champion and a 2-division undisputed champion, competing at 122 pounds. At 31 years old, he boasts a perfect record of 28 wins, 25 by knockout. Despite the significant weight difference, with Inoue potentially jumping up 13 pounds to challenge Davis at 135, Tank believes the fight could be massive, pointing to similar weight jumps made by past fighters like Terrence Crawford and Roy Jones Jr. Davis, who has expressed admiration for Inoue in the past, including calling him a beast, recently wished him luck in his fight in Japan. Inoue responded with a salute, further fueling speculation about a potential showdown. While Davis acknowledges Inoue's greatness, he believes the size difference may be too significant for a fair matchup. Nonetheless, both fighters have shown respect for each other's talents. Although Davis's future may include big fights against the likes of Shakur Stevenson and others, the idea of Inoue moving up in weight adds intrigue. Many fans see this clash as having the potential to become a legendary super fight, similar to the iconic showdown between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Whether the fight materializes, however, will depend on various factors, including weight classes and both fighters' willingness to take on the challenge.
Inoue is a color hair. No, he is good. 21-0, undefeated. He's a 3-division champion. He's a big puncher. He was champion 112.
Fuck Bam a puncher. He is good.
Who's that? Inoue. Yeah, he's fighting this weekend.
He is good. I'm gonna watch him.
That's the one you can ask where he come from.
Yeah.
He's Japanese.
Good. His placements and everything.
Footwork.
Yeah.
Defense.
He's 29 years old, and I said that 28. But I said that Manny Pacquiao and Triple G didn't get famous until after they were 30. Tank, are you willing to go down to 118 to fight him?
I can't get to 118.
But if you could, it would be fine.
The dream fight between Naoya Monster Inoue and Gervonta Tank Davis has been a fantasy for boxing fans for years. Even when Inoue was just 28, the idea of these two explosive fighters clashing in the ring had already captured the imagination of many. Since then, Inoue has only continued to build his legacy as one of the most exciting fighters in the sport, and fans have eagerly anticipated the day these two stars could finally face off. If this fight were to happen, it would undoubtedly be a spectacle. Both Inoue and Davis possess incredible power, speed, and skill, making for a thrilling and unpredictable bout. The growing energy surrounding this potential clash proves that it's more than just a fantasy, it's a fight that fans are eagerly waiting to see, knowing it would be an unforgettable showdown in the boxing world.
That's his favorite fighter to watch. Anyway, he said that he a beast, right? And he supports Inoue. That's one of his favorite fighters to watch. He supports him. He likes Inoue, right? And so people are speculating because Tank Davis put out a post to Inoue and he told him good luck. Inoue has a fight coming up January 24th, okay, in Japan. So it's late, early in the morning in the United States. So it'll probably be about 7, 8 in the morning, right? So Tank Davis just sent him, well wishes on his next fight, right? And he responded back to Tank, saluted Tank, sent him some emojis, right? They just acknowledged one another.
A fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Inoue has the potential to captivate the boxing world, given their elite skills and unbeaten records. However, one significant obstacle could be Davis's aversion to working with Turki Alec, a prominent figure in boxing promotions. Davis has openly expressed his dislike for Alec, stating he has little respect for his involvement in the sport. This tension could complicate the organization of such a high-profile event. Despite this, fans continue to dream of the day these two champions finally meet, as both have shown they can deliver unforgettable performances in the ring.
Everybody took this as him saying he wants to fight him. So I'm like, I didn't see, other than that interview that Tank did a while back, where he said that Inoue would be a super fight, but he did say Inoue is too small, right? Inoue is 31 years of age. He's 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Tank is about 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Although Tank says he's 5'4", they're around the same height with the same arm reach. Now Inoue can do and pull a Terrence Bud Crawford, where Inoue can fight. Inoue fights at 126. Excuse me. So he's 126. So you got 130 and 135. Well, no, he's at 22. So he's 3 weight classes below Tank Davis at 135. Now, he could jump up, right? That would be about 13 pounds, right? If he jumped up from 122 to 135, yeah, about 13 pounds, right? So 13-pound jump for him. Fight Tank Davis. That would be a super fight. Terrence Crawford is jumping up 14 pounds from 154 to 168 to challenge Canelo Alvarez in September. So it would be similar, right? It has happened before. Roy Jones jumped up 25 pounds. So go figure.
The boxing world is buzzing with excitement as fans eagerly anticipate a potential blockbuster showdown between two of the sport's most electrifying fighting power. The Japanese superstar has looked nearly untouchable in the ring. Meanwhile, Davis, known for his ferocious knockout power and relentless aggression, continues to be a formidable force across multiple weight classes. A clash between these two dynamic fighters would be one of the most thrilling matchups in modern boxing.
Naoya Inoue does not need to fight Tank Davis. He certainly doesn't need to give away that much size. But furthermore, he's a superstar in Japan. He doesn't really need to leave Japan to maintain his superstar status. He sold out the Tokyo Dome. That's 55,000 people. In many ways, Japan is still a very closed economy, as it was for millennia. And in a sense, a lot of Japanese industry, finance, they don't care about quote-unquote capturing the U.S. market. And I don't think Inoue needs to capture the U.S. market in order to have a 100% prosperous, financially successful career and transition into whatever he wants to do after boxing. Naoya Inoue doesn't need the United States of America.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.